Good morning, everyone. Let's see, it is Wednesday, April 13th. I hope this is finding you well. I got to find my comments. I never quite know what I'm punching to get from here to there. There we go. And I'll wait till people get on. I'm seeing a bunch of nobody's here, which makes me quit. There we go. There we go. People are starting to come in. I always kind of want to wait just a little bit till, hail, hail, the gang's all here, right? I've got a miracle story. Yes, I do. I have a miracle story. Let me get this here. There we go. Hi, Peggy. Um, Today, I'm very excited about Betz White, who I interviewed, and we'll get to her in a little bit. But she's been around for a while. I had not heard of her. Our paths had not crossed. And I found her to be completely charming. And I think a lot of you will be very intrigued with her work, especially if you liked doing all the hand stuff that we were doing. Very, very cute projects. Super cute projects. So, sunny Florida, sunny Livermore. It's supposed to rain soon. I can only hope. Okay, John's doing something in there. Okay, John just said that YouTube moved us again. So that's why the numbers are not showing up as they should. So hi, Roberta. Hey, Margot. It's so funny when I think about this group. I know a lot of you, and a lot of you I don't know, like Noella, but I know her, and I get her sense of humor and all of that stuff. So Helen, who keeps us in line. So here we go. All right. We had a little miracle happen. It's time to go buy a lottery ticket. We met on Monday. Our refrigerator broke. I mean, it's still running, but it's like going, like the sales clerk associate said, it's like putting a playing card on your bike wheel. Click, 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 click. And then water is dripping down inside. I mean, it is a disaster in motion. When we went away to Modesto this weekend, we had to leave towels in there so my floors wouldn't be wrecked and all that. Okay, I have two choices. One, I'm going to wait 8 months till I get something that halfway matches what's in my kitchen, or I can get immediately something that I'm going to look at it and just shake my head every time I walk by. But both John and I thought we cannot wait 8 months without a refrigerator. I mean, that includes Thanksgiving in there and all of that. And so, so I talked to Mary Kay, who works with us. And she got all freaked out because she's going to be redoing her kitchen. And 8 months for an appliance? Are you kidding me? And I'm sure a lot of you can raise your hand. And so she got something right away. She needed an oven, I believe. And I said, well, where did you get it? And she told me the name of the thing. She's down in the Arizona area, and it's a chain. It's a chain of appliances. So I thought, well, what the heck? I'm going to call Airport Appliance. It's a local chain. And they have exactly what I want. It's being delivered today. And it was $1,000 less than the one I was going to have to buy. So I just feel like I've got to go get a lottery ticket. Moral of the story, if you need an appliance right now, they said stay away from the big box because that's being shipped from another place. But this little local chain will order in like 50 appliances, 50 of something at a time, so they've got them. Even to the point of, he said, well, when would you like it delivered? And John and I go, he goes, how about tomorrow afternoon? Today. And he also said, when it comes on the truck, go and inspect it and don't bring it in if it has any dings, and we'll get you a new one tomorrow. So now this is the thing that makes me crazy, is that, okay, I'm on a soapbox right now, this is getting ugly, is that they don't make them like they used to. We just had to replace our dishwasher, and the appliance guy said, the fix-it guy said, I'll see you in 3 years. Oh, I saw him in 6 months. So we did get an extended warranty. because I said, what's the life for this refrigerator? And it was 10 years. And it's a GE. It's a good one. You're like going, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So here we are. Okay, now I'm seeing the numbers. Okay, let's get going. Denise sent me this picture. I think it was Monday. I'm not sure. She finished. Yay. Oh, I did a guild, the one in New Jersey, on Monday night. And I started just kind of going through what we have done here as a group. Guys, it's amazing what we have done here. The quilts we have made, the diversity, the friendships we've made. It's been amazing. And I'm looking future forward from after our neutrals quilt. And I realized that if I teach on Monday, like how I'm doing now, and then bring one-offs on Wednesday and Friday, I had a lot of quilts we can do. It just, in the beginning, I felt like I had to teach something new every single lesson, and I don't. You guys have so time. So are we in agreement with that as I look at our next project? I hope so, because I think that's the way the train's headed, all right? So there are a lot of people on YouTube through your website that are not getting the live. I switch and see you now. Yeah, Joanne, John was very aware of that and trying to get everything over there. We have no control when that happens. We have zero control other than John's in there, pulling his hair out, trying to get it right. So let me look here. All right. I love seeing your names. Okay, so I like that you like that that's a good idea. I mean, I've got a couple quilts that are kick butt. I mean, kick butt that I would love to have you make. So maybe one of these days I'll show you some of them that I'm considering. How does that sound? Maybe Friday. So maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't know. You're so patient with me, and I totally, totally appreciate it. Okay, so then Cheryl sent me her quilt finally finished from Long Time Gone with Dee, and it's fabulous, absolutely fabulous. So this is the kind of quilt I covet. I love these scrappy quilts, and I think in the olden days they would call them more utilitarian quilts. I think they're just a super blast to make. Okay, so let me talk a little bit about today's guest. Again, I met her for the first time via the internet. And in fact, I'm being asked to travel and travel that as the whole COVID thing, we're all, getting our shots and figuring out what we can cope with and what we can't cope with. And I kind of have made a self-determination that I'm going to, rather than run all over the country on a plane, I'm going to continue teaching online. I feel like that's the best reach I have to share a passion that I love. So as long as you guys, want me here and I don't break my foot, we are good to go. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Betz White. First, I just like to visit with you. Karen, oh, Karen, thank you. I miss you. I miss you. Hey, by the way, Ricky's going to be at Paducah. I'm not, but Ricky's going to be there. Okay, back focus. No squirrels. Uh, Lilo and Mary Kay were supposed to interview Betz at QuiltCon, and Betz decided not to go for COVID concerns, which we all get. I get it. I get it. But then guess what? Lucky me. I'm the one that got to interview her. So I just wanted to show you the cover of her website to kind of let you know what she's into. And I'm going to tell you something right now. She taught me something I have never seen in my life, ever, until Betz. Let's take a look. I know you're going to love her. Hi, Betz White. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me here today.
Well, I am thrilled that you're here. I know Lilo was supposed to talk to you at QuiltCon, and that didn't work out, so I get to talk to you. And frankly, I'm very happy about that.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice
So
to meet
so
you.
tell us about you. Tell us who are you and how did you get into the whole textile industry and all that?
Well, it's been a long road. I started out in apparel design, and I designed kids' clothes for about 20 years, I want to say. And, and then when my kids were little, I sort of pivoted. I sort of got involved with craft blogging and making things with felted wool and upcycling and posting those on my blog. And then that led to just a lot of doors opening. I wrote a couple books and I was on the Martha Stewart show at one point. And I
Okay, tell
know,
us what that was like.
I know it's kind of sad. That's my claim to fame. And it was like 2007. So, but I'll take it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. She like really goes and looks for unusual things. So that is a big congratulations. And by the way, I want to acknowledge right now that Betz is freezing up just a little bit, but your voice isn't. So I'm not disturbed by that at all. Okay. Are you
Good.
okay with that?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sure I'll be making some great frozen faces, but that's okay. That's okay.
That's like that ad that they have on TV, or whatever. Steve smiling. So, at QuiltCon, you didn't make it. What were you going to be teaching there? Like, what was super popular before we look at your stuff? And everyone, you're just going to die when you see her stuff.
Well, I was going to teach two embroidery classes. One was embellishing your patchwork, so really just adding details with hand stitches,
Mhm.
and then and that was sort of like bring your own patchwork, and each thing would be sort of like a one of a kind type situation. And then the other class was going to be teaching my just one word embroidery, and that is a embroidery that's got felt applique that's three-dimensional. So it's not just three-dimensional the way a typical applique is a layer. It's a layer and then it's sort of lifted and then stitched down again so that
And
it's got more dimension.
and I don't know where it is in the lineup here, but we've got that, and so we'll be able to take a look at it. Let's take a look at some of your work that I'm telling you, it just I loved it. So I love it. Now, this was about the biggest piece that you sent along, correct?
Right.
Tell us about this.
So that is a patchwork banner or wall hanging, and it's just some simple diamonds pieced together, and then the accent is felt. So I'm really I love print and color, but texture and dimension is like my super fave.
Did you make
So
those tassels?
yes, yep. Yeah. So and I just love all things fiber as well. So that's kind of the kitchen sink piece. It's got the patchwork. It's got strips of felt going across all the seams, and then it's got the little accent of yarn doing a little cross stitch at each intersection, and then of course there's the big yarny tassels
You know,
that just
we've been sewing online for okay, first of all, everybody, Betts and I have never met before, so this is like really super cool. We have been sewing online for 2 years during COVID, and we just finished up with stitching. And there's something so meditative and so just grounding when you are hand stitching things. It's just the best.
yeah, yeah, it really is.
Okay, what do we have next? Oh, okay. Talk this up, please. I think this is amazing. Haven't seen
Thank
this before.
you. So this is one of the projects that evolved out of my online class that I teach called Sunbroidery. So the flower motif there in the center is actually a cyanotype, which kids
We
people
did
might
that.
remember. Pardon me.
I said we did that at camp.
Right, exactly. It's like a summer camp thing that you might remember um, if you have kids or if you were a kid and you did cyanotypes where you have this photographic paper, or in this case, fabric, and you collect some things from nature and you lay them out in the sun, and then it's basically exposed like a photograph. So that's actually a poppy, and then I forget what those other little flowers are, but so I expose the fabric and then you just sort of freeform embroider on top of, the shapes that you created with the sun.
So, is this
So,
fabric something that you can buy and it's ready to go, or you have to process it with some sort of chemical?
well, There's both. This is fabric that was already treated with a chemical.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only thing that you do is place the things on it, expose it, and then rinse it in water. So there's really no chemicals involved with that type of fabric. You can buy the chemicals to create your own fabric. So say you wanted to um, do like a blouse or a t-shirt or something, you could like soak that or paint the chemical on it and then make your own sun print after that. So
Please tell me that your name is on the end of the bolt of the fabric that's ready to go.
on what I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, so it's since it's photographically sensitive or sun sensitive, it comes in a like a dark envelope. Like it couldn't be on a bolt because then it would be all exposed. So
Where does somebody
um,
get something like this? Where did you even find this stuff?
well, there's a company called Dharma Trading. I don't know if
Oh,
you've
of
heard
course. Of
of
course.
them. Yeah, so they have dyes and
Of
whatnot.
course.
They have a lot of things. So you can get it there. There's other sites. I also sell a kit. If you were to take my class, I sell a kit that's got the fabric and the floss, and
And we'll get to that because you have a lot of really good offerings. Okay, so then you took that and you made this. Oh, I just think that's great.
Thank you. So that's the first panel that you showed is the other side of the tote, and so this is opposite of
Oh,
that. So
okay.
that was another. Gosh, I don't remember what those flowers were, but some other thing. I'm not so good with the plants, but I just picked a bunch of stuff in the yard and laid it on there and exposed it, and then just used a lot of like patchwork and blues to
Beautiful.
blend it all together and add
That
some hand stitching and texture.
fun class. Okay, then I believe the next is, let's see. Oh, come on. These ornaments and these little people that you sent me. I can't wait to show everybody. Tell us about this.
All right. Well, so one of the things I've been doing for a very long time is designing ornaments. And I just have a real affinity for felt and felt projects and three-dimensional things. It's totally my jam. And I don't know if it's like my background in apparel design, which obviously if you're designing clothes, that's three-dimensional, but it's just sort of like, oh yeah, that's that winter's nap ornament.
Isn't that cute?
Um, so yeah, so I have classes for both of those, and it's just really like kind of building with felt, and yeah, it's
Another
super
one.
fun.
Look at this, everybody. I mean, really. Sue Spargo bit me with all this felt stuff. And now I feel like I
Yeah,
have to. You're putting your kids through college. Well, I am keeping Sue Spargo happy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She's amazing. Her work's amazing.
So, like, if I were to take that class from you, then I get the kit from you too. In other words, I'm asking for everybody so they don't have to go out and search everything.
It depends what it is. I do offer a lot of kits.
Okay.
Sometimes I partner with another supplier for kits, but I definitely, can handle any question anyone would have about where to get
Cool.
materials, and I
Cool.
have some easy routes for that. So
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Hoopart is back. And this is what you were talking about. And now I get it. I get it. So let's talk a little bit more about the flip back going on with that.
yeah, so as I mentioned, I've been playing with dimension and texture with my felt, and um, I can't even tell you what led me to this idea exactly. I mean, maybe it was with some of my sort of origami-ish ornaments that I've designed, but
Mhm.
I really wanted to incorporate um, that in an applique. So it started with the heart, where that gets like stitched down the perimeter and then slashed in the center, and then those little like petals get peeled
Oh,
out or peeled back. And then with the banner,
oh,
I was thinking about like the tails of a banner and how cool they are, and
yeah.
just, how I could do the same. So that's basically cut up the center and then folded open and tacked down.
Fabulous. Did you come up with that idea?
I did.
Okay, cool. Here's another one, you guys. Oh,
So this is sort of an evolution off the last one, and this. the little banner tails are actually separate. They're not from the center, like the last one. And then the flower center is similar to the heart, but it's just taking it to like a different
Oh,
a
yeah.
different.
Hey, I did hoop art in my 20s and it was nothing like this. These are so adorable.
Thank
Okay,
you.
here's another one. Okay, now we're getting into apparel. Here's the thing. I was trying to say, okay, in my brain, you are a true maker. That's what you are. You're a maker,
Yeah.
right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I pretty much I have the things that I like, the fiber and the texture and the felt, but I'm very experimental. I'm a longtime knitter, but this is a class called Embroider Your Sweaters and More. And this is just taking embroidery off the hoop or off the, flat pillow or whatever, and just applying it to other things like these little wristlets or sweaters. And the cool thing about this technique in this class is that you don't have to be a knitter. You don't have to make the thing that you're embellishing. It's just embroidery with yarn on something that already exists.
Okay, and
So
I
it could
think I
be,
have an excellent example of that right behind. Oh, come on.
well, actually, I made those.
You did? Oh, well, then so much for that. Oh,
Yeah,
Betz,
that's
come on.
so. So yeah, so the beauty is, it kind of like ties in with my upcycling roots too. Is you can like buy a sweater at a thrift store, or take a sweater, or a knit cap that you're tired of wearing all winter long, and just add something to it,
Mhm.
stitch some daisies on it, or some little rosettes, and it's really like a fun creative way. And it's a quick project. It doesn't take a long time because you're embellishing something that exists. So yeah, it's
Mm.
fun.
Lilo does that a lot. She'll take something that's just a classic and then she'll just have at it. And there's nothing like it, you know?
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. And another thing that I think is really great these days is that people really are looking at the upcycling. We just got done taping some shows, and I think two or three guests were all down on that, and there's remarkable results. Okay, I think I have one more of that felt.
Yep. Yeah. So this kind of goes back to I don't want to say traditional, but it's a more simple thing. It's just got the dimension of the appliques themselves. They're not like lifting off and flying
Right,
away.
right.
Um, and the embroidery, actually, this is the Sue Spargo variegated pearl cotton floss on there, which just adds so much pizzazz.
So you've been sucked into her vortex too.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, you know? So you told me before we started that you had some things on your table. Have we covered, or do you have any other surprises there?
I have a couple little doodads.
Okay, I'm going to put you on solo right now and give you full screen, okay?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. So when I was just goofing around with the cutting away, like stitching down this petal and then cutting away the inside and then bending it towards the center to create another flower. So that was another experiment.
Yeah.
And then I've also, you can see that I've put a vintage fabric behind the felt as well. So when they lift up, there's, you know, another print under there. So that's
So,
very fun.
so that little, okay, how do I say this? That little leaf that's pointing towards your face and everything's backwards on here. So it's,
Oh,
yes.
this?
Can you slide your finger under that? Or is it?
No, it's stitched down. Well, actually
No, you
it's
can. See, that's cool.
yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, okay, no, super cool. I like that.
So, and then here's another one that
Oh,
so again, it's like there's a print applique, on the base fabric, and then
mhm.
there's a felt applique on top that's stitched down. That's actually machine stitched, that edge, and then you cut it. It's like a reverse applique. Then you cut
Yeah.
out the center and then bend that out. So
Yeah,
these are
that's
a couple little
great.
experiments. And we have one more. Um,
By the way, is your house always so adorable with rabbits everywhere, or is that because it's the season?
that's the season, but I do have a thing for bunnies. So,
Look that more
um,
towards your face. There you go. Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
trying to get it by the camera here. So, um, yeah, so this obviously is a little tulip shape, and then the center petal is curled in towards the center, and then the leaves are sort of like flipped down. So that's
now,
a
would
little
this be one of
experiment.
the classes that you teach online? This dimensional work?
No, I do not have a class for them yet.
Well, that's not fair.
I mean, I have so this I have a pattern
Okay.
and also a kit in my shop. So it's a PDF pattern that's got all the steps. So it's not completely inaccessible. It's there.
Okay, so now that you have completely teased us to pieces, tell everybody how they can get hold of you, how to get in your online classes, etc. Because I think that what you're offering is wonderful and it's different.
Well, thank you. Thank
Hmm.
you so much. So you can find me at betzwhite.com. So that's BETZ, white like the color.
Okay.
And then you should be able to find your way. There's a tab for online classes, there's a tab for my shop. There's you can sign up for my newsletter and get I don't know weekly, biweekly information about new things going on. So
I always
um,
encourage people to do that because it's really the best way for a person such as you to communicate with others, rather than thinking I got to go look on the site and this and that. So,
right.
is your blog still active?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
I post pretty much every week.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. And so Lilo's loss was my gain.
Oh, well, it's
Thank
been
you.
great to meet you and to chat with you today.
I look forward to meeting you in person at some point.
Yeah, yeah. Someday.
Someday. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. Just wow. Had never seen the Sienna thing, but that little flippy thing that she developed, so truly her site is a candy store to go through. So I would really encourage you to go there and perhaps grab one of her projects to do. I mean, they've got the look, they've got the color, she's got it down. And so, Betz, thank you so much for taking time to hang out with all of us. Because I knew they would love you. I knew it. So, okay. Oh, so Molly, you got to see her live? Lucky you. Okay, so here's what's going on besides I'm getting my refrigerator. Um, Friday, this is what I'm working on now. And I've figured out, look at that. The thread. I have figured out a way to do matchstick quilting that's less laborious than how I did it before. And of course, it's using the ruler and all that. But I will show you on Friday. So we're going to do a little quilting on Friday, and then it's Easter weekend, Dee's off. Then I take off for VDTA, and so there'll be a little bit of a pause of time there. But I know you have plenty to do with your neutral quilt. One person asked about, do I really have to worry about values and stuff like that? The only place you have to worry about values is when you're working on that 4 patch with the white going down the middle. Other than that, it can all just play and dance together and enjoy. And remember this, you guys, if you make a block that you deem ugly, don't throw it away because you'll be able to fit it in. I promise you. I've done that so many times. So many times. So, okay. That's it. I'll see you Friday. I don't know how many lottery tickets should I buy. I cannot believe we're getting that refrigerator today. Yay. So, hey, thanks for joining me. And right this week, don't forget we have master's class going on, which is just a culmination of so much that we have to enjoy at thequiltshow.com. And so we kind of get some classics and put them together because I know there's no way if you're new here that you're going to go back and watch 400 shows. Just not going to happen. But man, we have the resources there. And if there's anything you want to learn or do, just type it in the search bar at thequiltshow.com and we will have tons of opinions on how to do applicate, tons of opinions, meaning teachers, on how to do achieve excellence or color and all of that. So please take advantage. And if you haven't renewed or you haven't joined and it's time, please do. It's how we can stay here. It's basically $50 for the entire year, and you'll just have a plethora. You're walking into FAO Schwartz if you're a kid. So remember that. Okay, I will see you Friday. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the day. Love wins.